Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there and your pilot is making jokes?
It's a coping mechanism. You'll get used to it.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
Just how old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A
Damn!
century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours, but among the Asari I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
Joo, tosiaan Asarithan, tietääkseni se on silleen about 1000 vuotta, paljon ne elää. 1000 vuotta aikaa! Se tuntuu siis ehkä lievästi niskassa. Roikupas hetki. No niin, ei mennä Aladdiniin, tää on muunlaista magiaa, magicia, tää Mass Effect. No periaatteessa ajattelee, että Liara on 106-vuotias, niin 10% elämästä mennyt, eli periaatteessa ihmisillä miettii, niin se olisi ehkä joku 8-vuotias tyyli. Eli niin, no lapsena voidaan periaatteessa pitää, vaikka niin kuin onkin ilmeisestikin niin fyysisesti kuin henkisestikin ihan niin kuin aikuisen tasolla tietyllä tavalla.
Did your research turn up anything interesting?
What is interesting is what I did not turn up. There is remarkably little archaeological evidence of the Protheans, and even less that might explain why they disappeared. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
Joo, eli siellä on Liaralla niin sanotusti vähän sellaista hiljasta tietoa, mitä se ei pysty oikein itsekään selittämään, mutta 50 vuotta tutkinut tätä, niin mä veikkaan, että siellä on ihan sellaista niin kuin hyvin tietoa, että voidaan vähän tällaisia, vaikka ei pysty ihan vielä todistaakaan, niin sellainen ihan mukava mututuntuma olisi, että ennen Protheanejakin olisi ollut muita sivilisaatioita, jotka olisi vähän niin kuin samalla lailla sit niin kuin, tai samalla lailla käynyt niin kuin Protheaneille.
What cycle? What are you talking about?
The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
Shut up and I'll tell you. En mä voi Liaralle noin sanoa, kyllä, sorry.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines, the Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
I saw it!
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions? Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed.
No, kyllä, no äläpäs nyt
This isn't
vitti,
helping
Liara.
us find Saren, or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
So what good are you? No, kyllä musta tuntuu, että
I don't know why
Liarasta
Saren
silti
wanted you out of
hyötyä
the
on.
picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate, or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
Disconnect. Pitäisikö vetää?
I don't need this.
Communications cut, Commander.
Niinku Shepard, sitä vaan niinku vittu kiinnosta, mitä noi höpisee. Tää on niin mahtavaa, kun sä pystyt vaan oikeesti pistää tuosta. Ai, oli pakko. Jaa, paljon se kello itses on? Sitä on sellainen vartin verran vielä suunnilleen. Voitais ehkä niinkun ottaa save ja pikkasen pyöriskellä tähän loppuun ja jutella.
Take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
Eiks me mukaan juteltu sulle aluksi? Tää tulisi olemaan sellaista, joka olisi tullut heti silloin, kun me saatiin tää alus.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Mä en yhtään muista, että onks mä käynyt nää kesken. Pahoittelut, jos mä vedän näitä uudestaan, mutta mä en oikeesti muista.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were one of the first reinforcements to arrive at Elysium after the Blitz hit. Those raiders were no match for an Alliance frigate. Of course, the only reason the colony was still standing was because of you, Commander. I can't believe you held out as long as you did.
Joo.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Okei.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Ehkä mä en sitten ollut käynyt noita keskusteluja. Okei, kodekseja. Pitäis varmaan kyllä itekseen näitä oikeesti lueskella näitä kodekseja. Tässä ei joku kerta, mutta se jotenkin aina unohtaa vaan. Täällä ei ole muuta kuin jokeri.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
Joo, ihan komea kyllä naamakarva. Itekin kyllä haluaisin tollasen, mutta kun ei vaan niinku kasva muuta kuin nää ihanan komeat viikset. Me ollaan vissiin aika lailla käyty nää läpi.
I have to go.
Alright, see you.
Alright, see. Aika lailla käyty noin kaikki. Se on tavallaan, no. Mun mielestä vähän tyhmää, että noi ei poistu noi tekstit tuolta tai noi dialogijutut, vaikka sä oot ne käynyt läpi aina, koska no tietysti periaatteessa jos sä haluat uudestaan ne käydä, niin se on mahdollista, mutta tavallaan ei kumminkaan aina ihan muista, että mitä nyt on tarkalleen ottaa höpis kenenkin kanssa ja näin päin pois. Siellä on Keidani. Oliks täällä ei ollut vissiin mitään? Kolmosessahan tuolla on, niin jotakin tulee aina automaattisesti pyörähdettyä tuolla, vaikka se nyt ei tässä ykkösessä mitään olekaan. Mitäs Keidani? Taas tää niinku...
Commander, do you have a minute?
Hiljaisuudessa saavutaan. Ja sitten aina se parti vaikuttaa tässä hirveän hikiseltä, kun oikein niinku kiiltää tosta. Noniin, mitä?
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. I mean, it's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
Well, well. You're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Or maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bond.
Mun mielestä tää on kyllä niinku uutta dialogia, ainakin itellä mä en ainakaan muista. Mä oon varmaan ottanut neutraalin valinnan tossa aikaisemmassa, niin se ei oo sitten alkanut puhumaan noista tollasista jutuista. Ihan mielenkiintoista kyllä.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Okei, tää on kyllä niinku, mä en muista tällaista dialogia kyllä ite. En sit tiedä.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using Mass Effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Time to get physical then. Mitä?
And you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana, who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. Like you, I guess.
Oh! Tällä aika niinku semi-smooth, että puhutaan aika jostain toisesta, ja sitten no niin, vähän niinku sinä.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
I wanted to get to know you a little better, that's all. Thanks for the talk, Caden.
Well, you're welcome, ma'am. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
No, I don't.
Mitä?
We'll talk again later.
Eikö niin? Joo.
I'll need some time to process that, Commander. But, yeah, I'd like that.
Siis tästä niinku ruvetaan romanssoimaan niinku ihan saman tien. Herran jumala, hirveä niinku pelinainen tää meidän separi. Mut joo, siis tossa oli mun mielestä niinku tosi... Toi mun mielestä kaikki oli suunnilleen sellaista, mitä mä en ainakaan henkilökohtaisesti muista. Ja se voi olla, että mä oon valinnut neutraaleja vaihtoehtoja viime kerralla, kun mä oon naisella pelannut. Se voi olla, että noi on... Mä en tiedä, onko noi pelkästään silloin, jos sun Shepard on nainen. Että vaikuttaako se siihen. Vai riippuuko se siitä, että sä valitset sen NS-Paragon vaihtoehdon. Että... Ehkä mä oon sit valinnut joko aina neutraaleja tai sitten... Vaan tuolla viime kerralla, kun ekaa kertaa pelasin naisella, niin sitten... Sillä kerralla neutraaleja ja muilla sitten Paragonia, en tiedä. Mut joo, toi oli kyllä niin erittäin mielenkiintoista. Mielenkiintoista ja nimenomaan uutta settiä. Mikä on aina jees.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Joo, se Liara nyt ei vissiin sit ollut. Aiku on se tää, noniin. Hiljaa!
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Oi Liara, mä en nyt tällä pelikerralla vaan mä voi olla sun kanssa. Hirveä ahdistus iski. Oi voi.
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Joo, minkälaisia huhuja?
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered, male and female, have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
Onko mä koskaan ottanut tätä? Sori Liara, mut on pakko ottaa.
So you'll have sex with anything?
Now you see how rumors get started. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
Okei, ei se nyt ollutkaan niin hauska, mitä mä luulin. Mut siis täytyy sanoa niinku tässä vaiheessa, että vaikka niinku kun tavallaan jos niinku puhutaan niinku Mass Effectistä ja siitä, että okei, asarit on niinku, ne on pelkkiä sellaisia naisia, kuumia naisia, niin tavallaan mun mielestä on hienoa, että niinku, se ei ole pelkästään se, vaan tässä on niinku oikeasti luotu niille kunnon, no kuten tietysti kaikille roduille tässä, niin luotu se oma niinku tietty backgroundi niiden rodulle ja kulttuuri ja näin päin pois. Et se ei ole tavallaan, että tämä ei ole vaan sellainen, että tämä on lisätty. Tämä ei mun mielestä koskaan tuntunut siltä, että asarit on lisätty sen takia, että no saadaan nyt tällä, että täällä on kaikki tällaisia naisia ja tietysti toi rotu nyt on vielä semmoinen, että se niinku on vähän niinku sellainen ihmismäinen. Melkein voisi sanoa, että kaikkein ihmismäisin näistä muista roduista, niin mulla ei ainakaan koskaan henkilökohtaisesti ollut sellaista fiilistä, että se olisi vaan niinku sen tietyllä tavalla sellaisen niinku ulkonäöllisin avuin niin sanotusti mukana. Ja mun mielestä oikein on niinku tosi mielenkiintoinen tuo lisääntymissysteemi. Niinku, että, en mä tiedä, mä kyllä digaan.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Toikin on kyllä niinku tosi mielenkiintoista, kun rupeaa oikeasti ajattelemaan, niinku, että noitten kulttuurissa se pidetään sellaisena niinku häpeällisenä, että se on niinku saman rodun kanssa, tai siis niinku molemmat osapuolet on samaa rotua, kun voit niinku oikeasti miettiä niinku, no oikeastaan mitä melkein muuta tahansa, niinku, no mulle nyt eka tuli, kun tuossa puhuttiin Pure Bloodista, niin tuli tietysti Harry Potterit mieleen ensimmäisenä, kuinka siinä taas, no okei, ei se nyt kaikilla on mut lähellekään, mutta sitten just nämä, niinku, jotka pitää itseään niinku todellisina velhoina, niin just tavallaan, että se on täyttä velhoverta. Ja no oikeastaan se nyt voisi tietyllä tavalla ihan niinku oikeeseenkin, tai niinku meidän maailmaamme oikeeseen elämään tuoda, että kyllähän niitä on aika paljon niitä vieläkin, jotka niinku näkee just sen, että pitäisi mennä ehkä niinku, ei välttämättä niinku olla niin avoimia sille, että niinku tällaiselle niinku eri rotujen väliselle niinku pariutumiselle. Toi nyt kuulosti jotenkin hirveän fyysiseltä, mutta siis ihan niinku se, että niin. No, anyway, ymmärsitte varmaan pointin, mutta siis tää on tosi erilainen juttu kyllä niinku oikeesti, kun rupeaa miettimään, miten se niinku yleensä missä tahansa muualla niinku kuvataan.
How could anyone abandon their own child?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Hirveä tollain niinku avautuminen on niinku itsestään kaikkien puolesta vaan I should go! No, se partia on vähän semmonen. Mut joo, kyllä niinku jotenkin taas kun tähän ykköseen pääsee, niin niinku ei vaan voi taas kun niinku nostaa hattua tästä, että kuinka upea maailma tähän on oikeesti luotu rotuineen kaikki. On se kyllä niinku on kyllä niinku no pelien puolella omasta mielestä ainakin niinku ehdottomasti paras suoritus siltä osin.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the
Alkaa me
first
käyty
place?
tää läpi.
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was C-Sec, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it.
He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Not all Spectres are like Saren, you know.
Of course not. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sec's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
Garrus on kyllä aina ollut vähän tollain no, tietynlainen vähän rebeli, että tosiaan kun Sisekillä oli, niin on aina kumminkin ollut vähän sellainen niin kuin, ei niin play by the book tyyppinen officeri. Niin se on kyllä kiva, että tässäkin tavallaan ns. Noin Paragon vaihtoehdot on tosta sellaisia, että haastetaan noin Garrusin ajatusmaailmat. Niin se on kyllä ihan mielenkiintoista.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
What's your opinion?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni. Too bad those ruins got destroyed.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time off the record.
Rupesin vaan miettimään tätä aikaa. No, ehkä me vedetään tää Ashlyn höpinät ainakin tähän vielä.
Is this duty related, Chief?
No, ma'am. Well, maybe. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
You don't trust their motives because they're not human.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You're out of line. Mitäkään myös saat, jos mä otan tän?
That's enough, Chief. You always second-guess your superiors?
Ma'am, no ma'am. I'm sorry, I was out of line. I'll get back to my duties, Commander.
Eikö nyt se otti sen? Perse. Sekähän mulla on save. Noin kaukana. Tai no. Koska mä nyt periaatteessa ehkä olisin...
Commander? I'm sorry, Commander. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though. Ma'am.
Mä itse asiassa ehkä niinku otan... Hyvä käyttää joku quick loadia tästä niinku. Eli joo.
Commander.
No tän on taas tällaista. Mä olisin voinut tehdä offscreenilläkin, mutta... Kiskas tää nopeesti tähän. Joo. Mutta tämä varmasti lopetetaan kyllä tällä kertaa tähän. Katsellaan noin viimeiset Frexi ja Ashley ja Tali vielä sitten ensi kerralla, koska tässä on mennyt jo vähän ehkä vissiin yli ajan puolelle tavallaan. Mutta joo. Saatiin ensimmäinen pääjuoneen liittyvä osio pelattua. Se on selkeästi näistä lyhyin, jos en ihan väärin muista. Ja joo, meni ihan ok. Se toi tosiaan varsinkin se ensimmäinen taistelu oli kyllä aika hankala. Tosin, no siinäkin nyt oli pari kertaa epäonnistumista, tuli nyt ehkä vähän tavallaan oman tyhmyyden takia, mutta ihan ok vielä ollaan menty. Ihan ok, ei tästä vielä mitään sellaista ihan sellaiset, että oltaisiin tosi pahasti jumiin. Ja joo, ensi kerralla varmasti tosiaan höpistää noille. En tiedä, käytäisikö me Citadelissa välillä kattelee muutamia tehtäviä ainakin, mitä sinne voisi heittää. Ja mitäskö me sitten vasta seuraavaan pääjuoneen. Sekin voisi ehkä olla ihan potentiaalinen suunnitelma, mutta sitä katsellaan sitten ensi kerralla. Kiitoksia oikein paljon seurasta. Minä olin Tikru 2 ja tässä oli Liaran täytteinen pelikerta. Ai että, voi Liara. Ensi kerralla sitten. Pelikerralla, no joo. Liaran täytteinen pelikerta ja tosiaan katsellaan, mitä sitten ensi kerralla tehdään tarkemmin. Mutta ei sitä muuta, se onpi loistavat jatkot kaikille ja meikäläisen puolesta. Morjens!